All right, welcome everybody to another edition of Game It or Hate It. Rob, Tony, and Jeff with you on this one. We are playing the downloadable title called Shank. I believe it came out last year.
You got 3 different major weapon types by X, Y, and B for like knives, guns, chainsaw. You don't have any like gas or bullets to worry about, which is nice. You can use it as much as you want. Then you've got 4 different kinds of grabs. A pounce feature, so you can just knife the hell out of people from the sky. Oh, and then there's a block button, but I didn't use that. And grenades.
And then the pounce is pretty much just straight up
just
brutal, dude.
This does seem to be like very much a deliberate homage to all of those classic side-scrolling frenetic shooters and beat-em-up games. You know, you got everybody has a name out of your enemies, and then they've got like their own separate life bars. You just throw like a few little guys, bunch of different weapons. You'll probably see the same guys coming back. Like I think I've seen Brock 3 or 4 times.
You'll probably start getting different colors if you add another level. You know, he's got a pink t-shirt on.
And one thing Tone was mentioning, it's true. It was a lot easier to get through those legions of small guys, but you know, this is a boss that requires you to think a little bit, because you can't pounce him, you can't grab him. If you try to pounce him, he'll just grab you by the head out of midair and shove you into the ground. So you basically just gotta play a little bit of dodging, avoid his attacks, and then jump up on his back and chainsaw him. Some serious, like, Tarantino stylizations going on with this game.
It's graphic. I'm on this bridge fighting these people.
We're talking about cinematics, and this is a classic example of why it succeeds so well. Is because, you know, you're used to the way the characters look normally, and then they put everything in shadow just because that's how the lighting would be in the level, you know, against the backdrop of a sunset.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. If this was a blonde chick in a yellow suit, this would be Kill Bill the game.
I do like this, how they have like a little story, a little tiny picture-in-picture at the top there that's, you know, going along with the story, other things going on in the world at the time. Verdict. We're going to Jeff first.
All right, well, I thought Shank was quite a fantastic little title. I enjoyed the colors, you know, the mood, the energy, especially the intro cutscenes were especially fun, with all the grittiness. I just really enjoyed it. It was a fun beat 'em up side scroller. A little bit reminded me of like a Maximum Carnage game back on the Super Nintendo days, with like a fresh coat of paint on it. You know, with different ideas, the grapple, the grenades, etc. But I thought this was a pretty fun game. I'll give it a game it. It's not my least favorite game I've ever played from a demo, so I definitely will give it a game it in that regard.
Alright, my thoughts on Shank is, I think it's an excellent homage to all the classic side-scrolling shooters and beat-em-ups, and like Jeff said, you know, they put a fresh coat of paint on it, and they picked a pretty damn good color for that paint. I like that they don't shy away from vibrant colors. You know, it really makes everything stand out. They nailed the cinematic quality. They kept the story simple. They just knew that all we have to do is just have a very simple motivation for this character, and then enough badassery on the side to make you want to be this guy. And they accomplished that really well. There's some things that I want to watch out for if I play the full version of this game. One, that it's not just all about the combat that we saw in this demo. They're going to need to do a lot more than just the knife, chainsaw, pistol combo.
Walking on walls a little bit.
Yeah, jumping puzzles, I think, is the first step that they need to take to make this a little bit more interesting as you progress through other levels. And the second thing is, I really hope that they add new weapons that you can equip just for your normal gameplay. Okay, they do, then that's great, because, you know, you only get a few strategies for these. I love that you can pounce. I love the variety of grapples. And the boss fight was pretty good. It actually made me stop and think about it, because the normal tactics that I had used previously against those enemies didn't work against this guy, and I had to come up with something new. And that was great. I'm giving this a game it.
All right.
For sure.
You guys said a lot of things that I was going to say about this game. You know, great art style. Plays pretty good. I really didn't like how there's that little bit of slowdown when it comes to trying to do different moves. Like I was saying earlier, if you're gonna add all these different weapons that you can switch between very quickly, it's got to be fluid. It's got to work out good, which it normally does. Overall, it does, but there are times where you're just like, that feels slow. There's a little lag time there. And if you're trying to set up combos or try to invent new things and get creative with the system, if it lags at certain points just kind of randomly, kind of kills that whole vibe. I'm going to have to give this a hate it. because I could see this game getting into the pitfalls of repetitiveness. I could see every level being just killing a bunch of guys and moving on. Like, even if you add some simple jumping puzzles to it, it's going to be a lot of the same over and over again. There's a lot to like about this game, but I think that there needs to be a lot more added to it to be a solid contender in the gaming market now. But you know what? Shank 2's coming out this year, so maybe they'll do that. But I'm going to give this game a hate it. All right, for Game and Hate It, that's Shank. Two Game It's and Hate It. Post your comments and make sure to give thumbs up. Thanks, guys.
Peace.